Well, good morning, everybody. How the heck are you on this beautiful, little warm, but beautiful Tuesday morning? Hope all good. Hope everyone's good. Good morning, Blue, Brett, Greg, John, Paul, Chip. How you guys doing? Hope all well. My, Steph, Joe, how's it going? Hey, good morning, Julie, Ron, Thomas. Glad you guys are all here. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so I'll tell you, if you're not a drinking person, this market will make you start drinking, I think. Um, Crazy. It is. Um, it, and I have to chalk this up. The market is choppy and has no, well, it actually, I was going to say it has no real direction. And actually, it does have a direction. And that's the problem. Let's see, make it blue. The direction that we have now, make it green, is sideways. That's chop. Anytime the market starts moving sideways, that's chop. I think what all of us would like, I think it's a safe bet for me to say that all of us would like an uptrend or a downtrend there. We get both peoples in there. But this whole sideways business, it tell you, it just it wears on you. Yesterday in the SPY, we had this dark cloud cover. I was surprised. I get up in the morning, one of the very first things I do is turn my phone on, and I check the futures. It's like, doggone it, because I was expecting a little bit of a pullback. And here we are popping up a little bit. Now, it is early. The day's not over, so anything could happen for sure. We could continue sideways, we could break out, and we could go down. So here's what I see as important numbers on the SPY. If we can climb over the 50-period moving average, and that pretty much takes these highs out right here, then I think the bulls are going to take the ball for a bit, okay? A bit, maybe not a long bit, but for a bit. If we fail, and I'm going to have to look right through here, right about this 378.10. If we fail here, that puts a problem to the downside, which may not be a problem for everybody. That may put us to the downside. And if we crash through that trend line there, then that pretty much is a problem for the bulls. Good thing for the sellers. You can see that these two magenta color lines forming a nice wedge here. Ultimately, what we need to see is a breakout or breakdown of that wedge. And that would give us a bit of a direction. And I think that's what we would all like. The Qs, we opened up over the 50-period moving average yesterday, and we held it for the majority of the day. And man, I kind of thought, all right, let's rock. This is going to get us up here a little bit. But it didn't. Now today we're trying to come back. At the moment, we have a sort of, and I'm going to say this. I mean, I don't want to shout this. I want to whisper this. Sort of a fig Newton pattern. Sort of. I wouldn't call it it's a bad batch of fig Newtons is what it is. But it's there right now. It closed back up over the 50-period moving average on the Qs would put me back in the bullish excitement court. Right now I'm sort of in the doggone it, let's wait and see court. I think this chart right here, one of the most important charts in the market, because what it does is all the big boy, big girl, heavy hitters are in this chart. Are in this ETN here. So I like to watch this. It has the likes of Apple, has Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, Google, has the likes of those in there. We're getting close to breaking out. That's going to be the big thing there. So I think what we could do is let's just draw a line. We'll kind of connect. We'll try to connect all of them. Touch all those lows. We'll just kind of draw a line right there. And then I think we'll just try to split the middle here. And then let's go right to that top. There you go. We break out to the upside. The bulls are going to have the ball for a bit. Okay, may not be for very long. Targets the upside. We'll just leave that one right there. So the bulls will have it for a bit. If we fall down, I'm afraid the bears are going to have it for a bit. So I'd keep an eye on that chart. All right, DKNG might be setting up. Oh, by the way, I really hope that everybody goes through some of the stocks we talk about here in the morning and throughout the day. Post them on your watch list. Keep an eye on them. I really hope people do that. And later today, if you do that, shout out to me. Just say, hey, yeah, don't do it right now. I can't really pay attention right now. But if you do that, it would sure be nice. All right, so DKNG here, what we've got is kind of a little bottom forming here. And man, we could come all the way up in there. That wasn't very good, was it? There we go. You can see that wedge. You can see that we've broken out of the wedge. You can see that we've broken out of the 50-period moving average. A morning star type sort of kind of pattern here. We're having follow through, looking really good. Earnings not till early August, so we've got a couple weeks on that. Upside potential looks to me in the 19% range right there. 19% range, 20% range. So that's what I think we could see maybe going into earnings. Follow price, keep your stops on. KWEB for those folks that like charts, back down to that 50-period moving average, and you don't mind a China chart. Some people just don't trade those. Here we have a gap down, hammer, gap up. Looks like we're trying to be stable. I think we need a bit more information right here. If we start to move up, and let's do this. If we start to move up and say, right there, get over that low, 31.55, that could set this up to move higher. And then in the, sort of a picture like this, this is what we would have, something like that right there. Marvel might be setting up here. Now, we looked at Marvel yesterday, I think it was yesterday. I really don't like Marvel till it gets over the 50-period moving average. We've got resistance here. So I really like it up there. Now, it's setting up. This is why I have it on the watch list, and this is one of the reasons I asked. I hope everybody takes charts that we look at. The ones you like, don't take them all, for goodness sakes. The ones that make sense to you. What's posted in the room by other folks, if you like them, take them, put them on a watch list, keep track of them. This is one of those. I think Marvel is one of these charts that semiconductor chart. When it gets to rocking, it's going to rock. When the time is right for it. Now, I don't believe the time is right until we get over that 50-period moving average. I don't believe the time is right till we actually break out over that trend line, which would be pretty close to that 50-period moving average. Well, most people will be a day late and dollar short if you're not keeping an eye on it. That's the beauty of a watch list. So I'm keeping my eye on this. Walmart. Now, I'm still long Walmart. I still think it's a good trade. We're just putting right now a pair of trips of dojis up here. Setting right up here. So kind of a pop out of the box starting to set up. I'm still looking for Walmart to move up here. Has earnings mid-August, so we have plenty time for that. Here you go. Anybody that's into pot, Fig Newton chart pattern, little doji this morning. Possible bottom here. One of the beauties of this chart, whoops, let's fix that. There you go. 33.5% to fill this gap. That's simple. That's simple. Doji, bullish engulf, Fig Newton over the T line, Doji at the open, 33.5% to fill the gap. enough said. ARK, A-R-K-K. I think that's still setting up, getting a little choppy in here, kind of ratty. It starts to break out. I don't know. Maybe you don't think it goes all the way up here. Maybe you think this chart is worthless. I don't know. Maybe you think it gets up here, but even that's 24%. And this could make sense. That gets us into some resistance over there, 28%. Let's settle that down just a little bit. There we go. There we go. 23% up to this little area over here that will probably cause a little bit of resistance. Now, I happen to think that if the bulls pick the ball up for a little bit, there's a 60% trade right there on ARK. I think we're putting in a nice bottom. I think right now we're holding at the very top of the breakout area. So for me, this is a bullish scenario. We really do need it to break out. That will make it even more bullish, and that will bring traders in. Affirm has now closed over the 50-period moving average. The T-line has closed over the 50-period moving average. The trend indicator, kind of, it's right there at it, right? So while price is king, price needs its army, which is its support, its faster moving average support. We take a look at price. You can see that price has been trending up. You can see here that price has put in a little flag right here, and we can see that price has broken out of that downtrend. I think there's a lot of good things going for a firm right here, a firm. Apple. How can we not put Apple on the watch list? Yesterday was just a darn right rotten day on Apple. Let's see what happens. We're down here at the trend line. See if it can't swing back up a little bit. I would sure like it to swing up toward that 158.45, get a little closer there. Then it can kind of fall apart. This is one of those, you know, we've got a nice trend, and, well, I'd like it to go there. And the last one I have here is Sophie. Sophie overall putting in a little bottom. Here's the weekly chart. Look at that hammer. We had a follow through, and then the sellers came back and said, oh, no, you don't. No. Well, the buyers came in and said, yeah, well, let's just see about that. And there we are. See how that bottom worked? See the low, the high, the higher low, the higher high. See how price is trying to work its way up a little bit? It's challenging right now. The market is challenging. So we just don't have that free wind of let's go. We just don't. It's challenging. There's no doubt about it. We're over the 50. I want to see the T-line. I want to see the trend indicator over that 50-period moving average. Possible targets that I see, let's go right here. Is right up here. Yep, let's go right there. Little resistance, and then we're going to put another one up here, probably about right there. And then let's put one right here and call it quits. And now, so what kind of money can that make? I mean, this is so important to know this information right here. Exactly how much is possible. Well, that's what I see as possible, 60%. That doesn't mean it's going to get all the way up there. That's just the playground that I see that we could play on that makes sense. So this is a trading stock. We trade it up. We take profits. We might hold some, let it pull back, settle down, buy more, or you know, however you trade in here. But right there is the playground for Sophie. All righty, everybody. Thanks a bunch for being here. Thanks a ton for being here. And we'll see everybody here. Man, I finished fast this morning. Yeah, see everybody here in about 25 minutes. Get this market open. Thank you very much, John. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate your comments there. Fred, Ron, everybody. You guys take care. Be back in 25 minutes.